Now listen, it's been a while since I've been to school, but this is some of the stuff that I remember being stupid about school.
Don't know much about history.
Setting word limits is stupid. An essay is only as good as it is concise, right? So if I've concisely made my point in like 2,000 words, why are you going to force me to write 3,000 words of Okay, listen, here's an assignment for everyone watching this video, right? In a maximum of 20 words, tell me what carpet is. Alright, I said, carpet is a soft material usually laid on floors of houses to offer a soft surface on which to walk. Very easy, right? Now do the same, but write 200 words. Like, you get to the point where you don't know what to write. Right, if I had to, I'd say something like, my grandma's carpet is really ugly. Carpet slowly gets darker as time goes by, but you don't realise it until you see the carpet underneath the sofa or the bed and it's like really soft and a little bit lighter. You see, this is garbage. Say I'm in the park and I decide to play a game of pick-up basketball, right? Say I make a team and it's got LeBron James, Stephen Curry, James Harden and Anthony Davis. This is a pretty good team, isn't it? But if I forced you to have 6 players, the team becomes this. If I've made my point, let me finish my essay and hand it in. Don't set word limits.
Don't know much biology.
From our schooling, I know that the Great Fire of London was in 1666. And I also know that the reason that leaves are green is because of a thing called chlorophyll. Why do I know this? It's never going to help me. But while I do know that, I don't know a thing about how I would do my taxes if I decided to start my own business or how to go about getting a mortgage. Haven't got a clue. However, what I do know is the main news headline from London 350 years ago, and I've got this pot I made in art class.
Don't know much about a science book.
I'm sure everyone's experienced this, as I have. You can have some lazy teacher who always teaches in one boring, monotonous way, but whenever there's a guest at the back of the room observing him, he completely changes. There's more activities that he normally never does. There's group activities, there's mini assessments, there's everything. He even talks different. Alright, everyone get out your textbooks and turn to page 69. Okay, class, listen. Today we're going to learn about 3D shapes. So, we're all going to Egypt to learn about pyramids. Yay! This used to happen when I was a kid and I didn't really appreciate it. But I've been working in a school for the past year, so I'm privy to this information, right? So let me fill you in. Standard teaching practice in some countries is that you get external governing bodies like Ofsted that come in to observe how teachers are doing and to basically assess teachers and tell them, oh, you're good, you're outstanding, right? But the dumb part is they tell you in advance, like, oh, listen, we'll be checking you out on Tuesday, period 4. And because the teacher knows they'll be being observed, they'll go out of their way to make a crazy good lesson. But when they're not being observed, they have some dog lesson. So you'll get some teachers that are crap, but because they're told, oh, we're going to check you out on Tuesday at 7 o'clock, they'll go out of their way and spend literally, some people have told me, 4 hours planning the lesson, whereas they'll spend about 10 minutes on the other ones. This alone makes monitoring teachers so dumb. If you actually want to monitor teachers, right, surprise them.
Don't know much about the French I took.
This one never made any sense to me, yeah? You're in class and you've done something a little bit stupid, right? The teacher asks you, what do you think you're doing? What do you do that for? And you say, Johnny told me to do it, which is not a good reason, right? Then the teacher says, if Johnny told you to jump off a cliff, would you do that as well, grade? What? No, obviously not. Do you not see that a line's been crossed in going from throwing a paper aeroplane across the classroom and leaping to my death?
Don't know much about geography.
Another reply that never made sense to me was, oi sir, can I go to the toilet? Shut up and do your work, grade. You should have gone at break time. What do you mean I should have gone at break time? I'm asking you to go to the toilet now. Break was like an hour ago. If I had to go to the toilet at break time, I would have gone at break time. Who do you think I am? I don't just control my bodily functions. And And also, you're like 40 years old and you've got a gut that you're resting on the table. You've probably been constipated at least once in your life before. To say that I should have gone in break time is not a valid solution. Right, so what is he saying? Is he saying that everyone in school should go at break time? That would be mayhem. So to avoid that from becoming the norm, let me just go to the toilet. Shut up, Greg. I said you should have gone a break. Alright, you know what? Fine. Teacher, you're right. I should have gone in break time. How careless of me. I'm just going to stay sat in my seat and I'm going to try and focus on my work. And let's see how well this goes. Watch. Look at this. Is this what you wanted, is it? What if I had Indian food the night before, huh? Oh, I never did this, but some kids apparently say they need to go to the toilet just so they can leave the class for a bit, right? But that's not a reason to not let them go. I get that it's the case of the boy who cried wolf, right? But when the consequences of them not crying wolf involve someone potentially shitting themselves, they can cry wolf all they want. And also, might I add, more often than just occasionally, the toilets are blocked from some asshole shoving rolls and rolls of toilet paper down there, so your solution's even worse.
Don't know much about algebra.
Some of the teachers that work at schools, we used to have this one geography teacher, Mr. Rando, and he was some 60-year-old, overly strict, miserable old. He hates coming to work, so he hates it himself, and then as a result, we, the kids, hate it, and it's like, what are you here for? You're miserable doing this job, and as a result, you're making it miserable for us. Oi, head teacher, listen, what are you playing at? Do you owe this guy a favour or something? Can you fire him already? I'm telling you, a good teacher completely changes your perception of a subject. Give me a teacher that will make me want to pay attention.
Don't know what a slide rule is for.
I'll be like 12 years old and the PE teachers are so strict, shouting at us like some army sergeant dropout wannabes. Can't control men, so you decide to... Like, you're throwing your weight about with children, man. Some of the stuff they make you do is like, come on, you don't want to do rugby, do ya? Little 75-pound child. You better have a permission slip to not do rugby. Indeed I do. Not bad. The amount of times that I forged my dad's signature, I became better at it than my dad. And when I was in school, some of the kids were like twice my size. So no, mate, I'm not going to play rugby, because I'm going to get murdered.
I don't claim to be an A student.
Some of the rules that we used to have in our PE class back in the days, we used to have a rule where if you forget your PE kit, the teacher would say, oh, have you not got your PE kit, have you? Go in the storeroom and get a change of kit. You go in the storeroom and it looks like this, and it's the most disgusting place you've ever been, right? And they expect me to wear a pair of shorts and shirt from this disease-ridden nasty pile. Oh, why do I have to wear this shit? No, man, I'd much rather get a bit sweaty than catch whatever diseases are floating around in the stale air in that room. Have some mercy.
But I'm trying to be.
And whilst we're on the topic of PE, some of the scheduling that we used to have was stupid. Like, why are we playing badminton indoors in the summer and doing cross-country running in winter? Idiot. Like, whose idea was this? Oh, of course.